Welcome to Module 5 in the Making Data Count series, Analysing and Interpreting Your Data. In the very first video in this series, we spoke about collecting data, which we could turn into information, and finally intelligence to gain evidence and make decisions. And in the previous video about formulating questions, we looked at the following scenario. There's been a change in leadership in your mainstream school service. As a result, you are trialing an innovative approach to service delivery. You want to evaluate new ways of working compared with the traditional approach taken, and especially whether this is impacting on pupils' progress. And we formulated the following questions. Is there a difference in the number of episodes of care completed in your service after the new ways of working have been introduced compared to before? And is there a difference in the proportion of pupils improving in one or more domains of the TOM before and after the change? And we decided we could look at the number of episodes of care during the year before the change and the year after, and the proportion of those improving in one or more domains of the TOM before and after this date. Now let's put this all together. So for the year before the change, the traditional approach, we need the number of episodes of care and the percentage of pupils improving in one or more domains of the TOM. And for the year after the change, the innovative approach, we need the same information, so the number of episodes of care completed and the percentage of pupils improving in one or more domains of the TOM. Now, root users can obtain this information automatically through running root reports. Otherwise, you may need to compile data in spreadsheets and perform some basic mathematical operations. So let's look at the data collected when the service was using the traditional approach. On the left, we see that under our mainstream school service, we had 198 episodes of care for 198 patients, or rather in this instance, pupils. The tables represented here show the actual number and percentage of the episodes of care, which result in either a decrease in, an increase in, or a maintenance of TOM scores in either all 5 domains, 4 or more domains, 3 or more domains, 2 or more domains, 1 or more domains, or no domains. This shows us that 55% of service users improved in at least one domain. Now let's look at the same report, but this time showing the data collected when the service was using the new approach. And in this case, we can see that there were 424 episodes of completed care and a 67% improvement in at least one domain. So now we have our information. There have been more episodes of care completed per year, and a greater proportion of individuals are improving in one or more domains. It looks positive, but correlation is not causation. What else do we need to think about? When interpreting the data, we need to think about some things like the makeup of the individuals receiving therapy at the 2 points in time. Are the two cohorts similar? For example, you may wish to look at whether there is a difference in age or severity of needs at the start of the episode of care, etc. Could this explain the differences? And if so, was this expected or unexpected? While the number of pupils making gains is larger since the change, is there a difference in the size of overall gains? For example, are fewer people making more significant progress? And are there other factors to consider which could account for the trend you're seeing? For example, a change in staffing or educational practices. There are lots of things to consider before drawing any conclusions. Don't forget, it is important that you always develop a narrative to accompany your report to ensure that the findings are not misinterpreted or taken out of context. At the end of the day, you are the experts on your service. And that brings us to the end of this video.